going to be good for Strelok, though, at least knowing that there's a line of siege tanks here, that if he passes that line, he's going to get absolutely wrecked. So we've got him trying to take down the rocks right there. But continuing the expansion. Now, you had mentioned about the Viking deficit over here on Strelok's side. And if you were down on Vikings and you knew that you weren't going to make up, what else do you feel like you could do to...
You can use the Raven to negate the Vikings altogether.
Oh.
What I like to do is just transition with the Thor. It's a very simple, the Thor anti-air attack. The Vikings tend to group up, and the Thor can splash them out. But look at this, Strelok going to use his air units to give vision, and now trying to siege in, getting hit by the one tank, but this is going to be close. I don't know if he wants to be attacking into this. Strelok trying to split up and use those Marauders to come in and take out the tanks. Oh my god, getting so much work done here. Just drives straight through that position. Does Tarson have any units other than these Vikings? He is in a lot of trouble here. And wow, I can't believe Strelok just carved right through that. Wow.
He did. I mean, those Marauders just soaking up most of that damage, and now he's going to take his position. Marauder trying to transfer over, and he's actually going to fly this command center over to the island. He just says it's too risky to do this right here, but this group might actually see it. I don't think he just realized, or I don't think he thinks that the command center just grew legs and walked off. No, it actually lifted off and flew over to the island. Really smart move by Tarson, not giving that up. That would be really bad, and for the fact that his unit count's so low, he really needs that little bit of extra juice there to get things going. I mean, look at all these units that haven't even met up with this main army. I would say this is looking pretty bad for Tarson's favor.
I'm going to be interested to see where this command center goes. It flies over the gold, now going to the 3 o'clock natural. Not a bad choice there. In TVT, the golds really aren't that much of an advantage. It depends what kind of strategy you're going for, gas heavy or marauder heavy. We can see Tarson is actually trying to transition into 2 factory tanks, so giving up a little bit on the other tech units. Not going to have so many Vikings. Going to fall behind in the marauder count a little bit. Look to play a more methodical pushing game. And the Vikings are finally going to clash. I think Tarson has the better here. Takes out a Viking instantly. Only 2 left for Strelok, and it's still getting shot. Turret up is going to drive the Vikings away. And Strelok has just beautiful map control. If we just look at the mini-map, there is so much blue, and there's a clear line where Strelok controls, and it's going to be up to Tarson to try to cut through that.
And that top island expansion, hold on here. Yeah, the top island expansion is she just throws down a bunch of mules in there, and a great way just to get that extra income to come your way. But again, the real worry here for Tarson is the fact that he's contained in his front door. And hold on, we got a drop over here at the island expansion. Strelok's going to just drop 3 Marines, and he's going to instantly try to put up a missile turret. It's like too little, too late, buddy. He's going to go after the mules now. 1 going down, 2 goes down. It's so much energy. As the 3rd one is dropped, 4 Marauders are going to come in as well, and then it's just annihilation of the medevacs as the Vikings come in. But, just as you get it going, it goes down. He's going to instantly throw some mules back. But just smart for Strelok to be on his toes like that. He's playing this one good.
Yeah, I like how, there's no real worry for Strelok. He doesn't need to end this game. He can just keep adding to his production facilities, keep expanding. Looking at the income tab, that's really going to get ahead for him once he gets his harvesters rolling. Actually, it's not that far ahead, but he's got the gold up now, and he's got 4 command centers, so it'll really start working for him. There's no need to throw it away by trying to finish the game too quickly, and he is catching up in the Viking count, actually. Really pumping out those Vikings. He's got 6 there, another starport, and he's got 4 in the queue. Little bit of a Marauder drop over at 3 o'clock's natural shuts that down real quickly. All the SCVs pulled aside, and looks like Tarson is just going to leave his units there. Nope, going to pick them up and fly out. Nice by him.
Yeah, and it's good that Strelok didn't just split his army so much. He had those guys down in front of his gold, and he is going to see, well, maybe not. He still doesn't know about this gold expansion. And he's got all his Vikings over here. He's going to drop them a 2nd time for what? I'm not sure. I really don't know why he decided to drop those units. He's going to put them back. And now Tarson knows that his Viking count has certainly increased here.
Right.
And he may be a little bit more apprehensive to engage with those. And Strelok right now has this nice little split army. He's got his forward force, and then he's got this one.
The Vikings! Oh my God, Tarson, what are you doing?
Oh
He's
my
throwing away
God.
all his Vikings, and that is such a big deal, especially because he's transitioning into tanks. He's lost the advantage of vision. And now that Strelok controls the ground and sky, here comes Tarson's final push, trying to break out of this.
Yeah, here it comes right now. But no siege on these front takes. They're going to go down. They drop the front ones for Tarson, and it's just Marauder getting mashed up here in the main. Now, there's a long line of siege tanks back here. Actually, Strelok, if he continues to just walk into that, might find himself in trouble, and that's why he's going to back up just a little bit. Another Viking exchange here as 2 more go down for Tarson, only 1 for Strelok. He's going to move his Marines forward, but he's got to be careful not to cross that line right there. You can see that tip of that siege tank is just right up there.
Yeah, I mean, Tarson is trying to slow push, just find some space so he can breathe there. But, you know, siege tanks, once they're in position, just so devastating. These tanks are going to continue to rain down on Tarson's position. Strelok in a really nice spot where Tarson can't slip by. He's trying to get his tanks in here, but he's got to waste a scan every time just to take out 1 tank. And he's losing tanks of his own. Oh my God. He's just getting chipped away here. Strelok is playing really well to chip away at Tarson here. Tarson trying to transition back into many Marauders away from the tanks. It's just not going to happen.
I kind of agree. Every time he moves forward here and he's put out of position, he's not sieged up. And here come the Marauders to try to soak the damage. But then they move back. They stemmed and had the opportunity. And Tarson says, there's nothing I can do about this. And as we had mentioned before, Chill, that is single-handedly, like, it's just so... it sucks so bad to be sitting here in this position where you are just locked down. You know, you can just not do anything. For every little advancement that you make, you give up so much. And to own this spot right here is big and 1 Strelok the game. If you remember, Tarson was set up pretty nicely right there. A few more tanks and maybe you would have had it, but I don't know. Strelok really sort of firming up his grip on those games, and I felt like that one was definitely much better played than the one that he had lost.
Yeah, and you know, Strelok did a good job too of putting up these turrets at the 6 o'clock position. When you contain someone, their options are put up a hidden expansion or counter, so some sort of drop play. Once Tarson lost control of his Vikings and Strelok took control of the air, that really just cinched in that choke even deeper. And Tarson knew there's nothing he could do. He tried to break out the front. He lost control of the air. Strelok doing a very good job. I like watching these players that don't get frantic. They very methodically push forward, hold their position. You know, it's similar to fighting games where people don't freak out and just start jumping in. Like they hold their ground. They know just waiting to counterattack. And that's exactly what we saw out of Strelok. And it's very nice to watch a highly technical turn versus turn.
It was a very, very good game. And speaking of not freaking out,